Hi Aries, and welcome to March 2024. All right, I'm starting with the past life oracle. And make sure you know that a part of your past life or entire past life, a part of the energy of what card comes out, doesn't mean it's it's going to apply to every Aries, but at some point the energy will apply that you have been through and or dealt with in a past life. So very, very true to one's own understanding that you have been a healer for sure. And in this life, perhaps you are as well. And if you don't know that you are, know that you are. All of humanity is becoming very aware. In addition to that, sound waves, and music definitely heal the body, right? Binaural beats, etc. Okay, for some of you, you have received downloads from Spirit in your dreams. This is a dream catcher. Some of you have a dream catcher. And if you don't have one, then maybe you're interested in getting one. I actually love dream catchers. Okay, let's go. Let's see what's happening. This read is for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. All right, let's go. Wow, okay. So we're like definitely thinking about what we're going to be working on, what we've out. Wow, oh my gosh, look at this. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. This like totally surprised me. I'm not kidding. This is a power couple. All right, if you're not dealing with a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, then the energy of, which is interesting in itself because we have the full moon coming in Virgo in February, which I'm taping. So February 23rd or 24th, I think it's the 24th. So this is all about what we think, what we say, how we think, how we say it, what we want to what we want, and here's the full moon. How we want to manifest this soul-to-soul relationship. I mean, I'm not kidding right here. Wow. How you're presenting it, how you will bring it into fruition. Because the full moon in Virgo is all about order and structure, right? It also lends itself, however, to not only the communication, which Virgo is ruled by Mercury, but it's also about the presentation, how you are going to manifest this in terms of how will you present it? What's the best course of action? And of course, Mother Earth being, right, something that we already know we are part of Mother Earth. So these two soul to soul combined as one each whole, of course, becoming one flame, I feel is going to come together effortlessly. You can see the stars. Look at, they both are stars in their own right. She's got a necklace and he's got it on his uniform, so to speak. Jade, you know, green is healing, without question. It's Mother Earth. So it's all about healing, growing into your own, becoming whole. These two people are very much in their own space, right? They're very intuitive. Virgos are extremely intuitive. So your intuition in March is off the chain. Why? Because you have the masculine and the feminine. So don't even question. It's not about questioning. It's about literally, it's about the presentation, right? I just heard On the Wings of Love, when we have these beautiful depictions of the horses with wings to fly. Yeah, this is all about your thinking, your intuition, your knowing how you're going to manifest, present it, and you've healed, you're both whole, so you're ready to meet, right? It feels like the time is now. You've gained so much wisdom and, of course, healing, but you've gained so much wisdom and growth in oneself. So whatever this highlighting, right, whatever the magician is highlighting is what the moon is showing you as a reflection of what you're going to utilize in order to manifest this union. It could be, I mean, literally anything with a magician. Let's get more cards on that and see. But I feel that, you know, you're going to work your magic. I mean, I'm not even joking here. I'm not. You're going to work your magic in whatever way that Spirit's going to show you in order to grab someone's attention that is clearly, definitely on the same frequency as you. Okay, these cards just came out, but this is not, they're just slippery. Okay, I'm using the vice versa deck, okay? Great deck. Let's go. For Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. How is Aries going to literally use their magic? Okay, so it's a tender subject, without question. This is a tender subject of love, of loss, of someone that, you know, you already knew this is your, as a child, this was your wish, this was your person. Maybe they slipped through your fingers at some point. So you're using your emotional, yeah, look at that, Ten of Swords. So you're using your emotional heart space to get over the pain of the loss, and by manifesting it through your heart center, right? Which makes sense. It came out as Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, right? It came out as this has to be done in a very I don't even know if emotional and extraordinary. An extraordinarily emotional, touching, if you will, presentation, right? This is not going to be someone giving you flowers, come back to me, or what have you. Oh, look at that. You know this is your person, Aries. Not kidding at all. It's going to be done through the heart, right? The dark to the light. You've already been through this pain. The painful truth is that if you let someone go or someone let you go, Aries, it wasn't for any other reason but someone was not ready. They were not they needed to work on maybe their ego. They needed to work on themselves. 2 cards came out here. So I feel that someone was dealing with some childhood wounds, right? That brought them to the deepest place of how they really feel, only to uncover that, like, this person is for you, this person is for real, this is my person. And you know it. They bring you peace, they bring you emotional stability, they bring you, everything flows. And that's when you know you're with a soul-to-soul connection, is when you don't have to work so hard for it. I'm not saying in the past you haven't, but you weren't ready, Aries. You were not ready. Mentally and emotionally not ready as a whole person to understand that this person really means the world to you. Right? The saying goes, you don't know what you've lost until you've lost, right? You don't know what you've got until they're gone. Right? So over the course of time, whether it's 8 weeks to 10 weeks or 8 months to 10 months, you've strategically had time to reassess and get back into your heart space to realize what someone really means to you. And that this is an effortless relationship. You've had a past life with this person. This was your wish. And theirs. No doubt. This is the feminine. And this is the masculine. Right? Masculine wants to manifest it. Feminine says, I already knew, but I looked away because you weren't ready. So the feminine walked away because she knew she had already worked on herself, but he needed to literally to get rid of one's ego. So without question, that has happened. And now this union can come together. Right? Yeah, it's beautiful. Wow. Okay. The Magician is a 1. You have the Ace, and then you have the 10, which is a 1. So you do have 3 aces here. 1, 1, 1, meaning if you're saying 1, 1, 1, that is an all new, it is obviously a new beginning for you. Mind, body, spirit. Okay? Childhood dream to the present moment. You may have been able to, Aries, heal yourself through this tumultuous ending, or how many times you've been back and forth with someone. It's been tumultuous because the ego really had you in their grip of pride, guilt, jealousy, greed. It just had a hold on you, right? It literally had to be released in order for you to be set free. How beautiful is this? Wow. Okay, let's get 3 more cards. Wow. Yeah, look at that. Someone knew it and someone didn't, right? Some of you could have already been together, living together, and that didn't fly, right? It didn't work. It was just like, you know what? We tried living together at some point, or you were married to this person. This is a significant, it could be you're separated from them. You're not living, they're not in your home right now. But when this person was and is with you, there's great happiness and joy, right? All right, let's keep going. Yeah, okay, so that's confirmation. That is your truth. Your ego had to be literally taken out of the equation without question. Here's another ace, right? It was like, okay, I already know what I have to do. I just wasn't ready to do it. I wasn't ready to be in this 100% because I wasn't 100%. I needed to know if I was following my spiritual higher self. I needed to heal. I needed to grow, but I definitely needed to drop my ego. And that you have done. And look at that. The sun is reversed. Why? Because you are just on the precipice of going back to someone in your world, in your sphere, that you love greatly and who loves you back. This is freedom. And this will turn in the next month or in the month of March. So March, April is what I'm thinking here. And this child, this relationship could have been a soul from a connection of, okay, so this is what they're saying. It was a soulmate relationship when you were young. For some, I mean, whoever this resonates with. When you guys were together, you were like, you know, you met when you were young in your childhood, right? And this was the dream of both of you. This was your shooting star. This was the vision, right? The vision of being together, knowing this person right here, knowing this person is the real deal. But you can see that you had to climb a lot of mountains and it took a lot of time to uncover that an egoic mindset had to be set free. Again, greed, power, whatever, had to be released. So the ego literally was severed by the masculine. This is a masculine. And then the feminine said, oh, I see you're back. And now you're back to a healing of your child self, both of you. Your healed child selves now are able to follow the course of fate, fated destiny. See, we can sit there and say, well, I knew it. I knew it was fated. I knew it was fated from the very beginning that I met this person. This person could have been like that love at first sight person, right? But as time passed through the years, let's say, and certain egos got in the way, I don't know, let's say over the course of maybe a decade or 10 years, it took someone a lot. It took someone a whole heck of a lot to finally break free from their ego and to see their truth, to want to see their truth. This is, I want to know the truth. This is clear cut. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got it now. I figured it out. I became the magician. I am the wise one. Yes? And then this woman, the feminine, had to walk away until the masculine cleared up the childhood dream and brought it back to fruition, which in the next month will set both of you free, because We have the dove that is about setting oneself free and peace, and the strength of the horse, which it took all the strength of this beautiful horse to become free, to be with the person that you rightfully know that you were meant to be with. I mean, oh my gosh, it's so plain as, it's really as plain as day. All right, it's crazy. It's really beautiful. So a lot of the turmoil and the pain and the anguish and every part of how your ego had to die again over and over again until you realized that it was just your pride getting in the way, or your guilt or your shame or whatever it was, and whatever it has been. All right, let's get some love cards on this beautiful read for Aries. I mean, oh my gosh, I can't even. Here we go. Someone knew the red flags. Someone could not uncover their true self. They were hiding. And the masculine was hiding, right? The masculine was hiding behind the cloak of the ego. And not sharing. You know, red flags is, in this, for me, this depicts like I wasn't sharing my emotions. I was closed off. I wasn't emotionally available. I truly hid who I really am and what I really wanted, knowing what I wanted, but not ready. Definitely not ready, right? So that became, for the feminine, it became a red flag. Because the feminine's like, hey, I like put all my cards on the table here for you. And this is, you know, right? And then, you know, the attraction lingers, right? The fragrance of another's beauty lingers on. So over the course of however long it took, the feminine even became more attractive to the masculine. Even more attractive. Why? Because the feminine already has been through what needed to get done on themselves, right? Over the course of time, these two they were soulmates that became flames. So that's it's really interesting how that works, because the soulmate relationships teach us how to kill the ego off, or befriend it, and then befriend it through the heart center, and then it's gone, right? And that's a soulmate. Now that soulmate relationship teaches us so many valuable lessons that it sometimes separates the two, the severing of that bond, of that teaching, those lessons separate two people sometimes for eternity. But not when it comes to a fated, destined relationship from the heart. These two people are destined. It is fated destiny. When two people start out as soulmates, learning and going through the death of the ego. There's Zeus confirming it. And then knowing, they knew they were twin flames all along. But one wasn't ready, obviously runner chaser. And then both masculine and feminine become childlike once again, bringing back, right, that feeling, that recapturing romance again on such a playful level. Not serious like here, you know, not serious. Here is playful, ready, they're free, you know, going to the park, taking walks in nature, traveling together. They see each other again, Aries, they see each other again as children, as their childhood self once again. Wow. This is absolutely beautiful. You cannot deny it, Aries. You are on such a beautiful path here. Okay, let me get the Earth, of course, Mother Earth cards. Okay, so I'm gonna take these because they turned over, right, as they just flipped over. So obviously with the rebirth and fertility of a new, Mother Earth is saying you will celebrate in what? In April. It feels April, March, April. This reading is being done for March. So in March and April, I mean, it's a new day. It's a new life. It's the birth of a new. It's no more fear when two people have transformed, knowing that you've done the work. I mean, that's incredible. Spring equinox, the rebirth. So someone had to definitely, and they already did. Both the feminine and masculine Aries went through the dark night of the soul. Obviously not at the same time. And they come together to become their authentic selves once again. Right? They come together to become what they were brought here to do. And I'm going to pull this too for you without question, because you've been, Aries, a healer. And now, knowing that you've been a healer, you healed yourself, getting through the dark night of the soul and dropping your ego and living life authentically through your heart center. I mean, that is why we're here. We're also here. Mother Earth has already ascended. She will be leaving, her essence will be leaving humanity's to allow humanity to survive up to the year 2050. Mother Earth will then be releasing her need for her essence to be here as she's been ascending over the course of time. And let me tell you also that over the course of time that you and I and all of God's children have been here, right, on Mother Earth to help her realize. This is realization of self. Self-realization. This is what this is all about. Oh my God, I send you so much love, so much light. Let's celebrate this beautiful union. Amen. It's beautiful. Have a great month.